Welcome back to our educational program. My name is Ms. Leila, and today we're going to discuss reading comprehension of Unit 3. The title of Unit 3, as we just said, it's School Life, Reading Comprehension and Punctuation Marks. So before we read, we have a couple of tips that we continue to remind you of. So number one, we read the questions first. We have to read the text more than once so we can understand. Read the first sentence of each paragraph, it's very important. Underline the key facts and words of the text. Write your answers in full sentences and clear handwriting. When you come across a difficult word, you have to guess its meaning by the words before and after. For the types of questions we're going to face for reading comprehension, of course, we have multiple choice questions, and that is, I'm going to ask you, what is the best title or main idea of the paragraph? I'm going to give you a word, unfamiliar vocabulary. I'm going to give you a word that is unfamiliar, and I will tell you choose the word that is closest to this meaning or choose the opposite of the word. Word reference, I would give you a pronoun and it refers to what exactly. Locating explicit information, meaning that the information that I want is very easy to locate. Extracting implicit information means that you have to understand the text so you can answer the questions. And lastly, we have the purpose of the writer, or what did you learn from the reading topic. B, we have productive questions. I'm going to ask you, you are going to write the answer down. It's either explicit questions, the answer is very clear in the text, you just point it out, or implicit questions, you have to understand the text, and what you understand, you write what you understand, basically. Now we're going to read about school life. It's page 21 in your workbook. Before you read, in your opinion, how should an ideal school or a perfect school look like? Okay, so now we have a mind map here. My ideal school or my perfect school consists of a nice and big playground. We have rules, of course, so it doesn't become so messy and chaotic. We have after-school activities, so you can enhance your after-school skills, any skills you want. Evaluation, meaning you go through tests and quizzes. Facilities, we have all types of facilities, from arts studios and libraries. Subjects, we have all types of subjects, of course, and good teachers, professional teachers. So we're going to read a brochure. So read the brochure and answer the following questions. First, look at the questions so we can put them in mind while reading and underline the evidence of the questions. So number one, I'm going to ask you, what is the best title for the brochure? The underlined word successful in fourth paragraph means what exactly? The pronoun it in the third paragraph refers to what? According to the second paragraph, each computer lab has got. Number 5, according to the brochure, all the following statements are true except one. The purpose of the writer, that is very important. What is the purpose of the writer in writing this brochure? Where can the students do experiments? And lastly, how does the school care for students' entertainment? So now we're going to start reading the brochure, beginning with welcome to our school. We care about all our students and hope that you want to send your son or daughter here. Number 1, science laboratories. There are 3 science labs, 1 for physics, 1 for chemistry, and 1 for biology. There is up-to-date equipment so that students can do experiments. Number 2, computer laboratories. There are 2 computer labs. Each one has got 20 computers and a lot of learning materials. Number 3, the library. This new library has got computers and a wide choice of books for all subjects. It has also got a large collection of books for students to borrow. Number 4, indoor sports hall or the gym. The school sports teams are very successful and students can train and learn new skills in this well-equipped hall. Number 5, food hall. Students can buy healthy snacks in the food halls. Number 6, students can join the many clubs at school. These include the table tennis club, gymnastics club, drama club, chess club, and photography club. Number 7, summer club. The summer club has extra classes including sports, drama, and music. There are trips to interesting places and visits to other schools. Now we are done with reading the brochure. We now look at the questions from A, B, C, and D. Choose the correct answer. Number 1, the best title for the brochure is A, Libraries at School, B, a science experiment, C, an ideal school, or D, sports at school. So what did this brochure talk about exactly? It's C, an ideal school. It describes an ideal school. So this is the best title. Number 2, the underlined word successful in the 4th paragraph means what exactly? Is it A, not enough, B, at the top, C, ineffective, or D, useless? So what do I mean by the word successful? Underline the word and look for keywords that might give you a hint of what it means. So the answer here is B, at the top. It's successful. Number 3, the pronoun it in the 3rd paragraph refers to what exactly? We have to underline and trace it back to what it refers to. Is it A, the computer laboratory, B, the science laboratory, C, the library, or D, the food hall? Excellent, it's C, the library. Number 4, according to the 2nd paragraph, each computer lab has got A, 10 computers, B, 20 computers, C, 30 computers, or D, 40 computers. Underline the evidence, and that is in red. The answer here is B, 20 computers. Number 5, according to the brochure, all the following statements are true except, so there is one false or wrong statement in between these options. So is it A, all students join the school clubs, B, chess classes are in the summer clubs, C, students can go to interesting trips in summer, or D, students can visit other schools during the summer club? So look for the true statements first and you will know exactly which one is false. So it's B, chess classes are in the summer clubs. Actually, it's wrong. They are only during school hours. Number 6, the purpose of the writer in writing this brochure is to what? Is it A, describe the science laboratories, B, tell us how to join summer clubs, C, give us information about ideal schools, or D, persuade parents to send their children to the school? So before we answer, I'll give you this tip that we have to remind you. We have to keep reminding you because it's important. The purpose of the writer is if the writer is giving you facts about something, so he is informing. If the writer gets you to do or change your thoughts about something, he is persuading. If the writer is telling a humorous story or teaching a lesson, he is entertaining. And lastly, if he is giving mostly details about a person, place, or thing, he is describing. So what does the writer want you to learn from this brochure? D, persuade parents to send their children to the school. So he was talking about all the advantages of the school. B, answer the following questions in full sentences. First of all, look for the evidence in the texts before you answer. Answer in complete sentences. Number 7, where can students do experiments? 8, how does the school care for students' entertainment? So let's answer number 7 together. Where can students do experiments? As we see, it's underlined. The evidence is underlined here. So students can do experiments in the science laboratory. Number 8, how does the school care for students' entertainment? Of course, they can join the school clubs or the summer clubs. Now we have ended the reading part of the episode. We now move on to the punctuation marks. So as we discussed before, punctuation marks are symbols. We have full stops, we have commas, question marks, semicolons, apostrophes, colon, and round brackets, exclamation marks. I will repeat it again. Punctuation marks are symbols that are used in sentences and phrases to make the meaning more clearer. So in this episode, we will learn about the comma that you always forget, of course. The comma is a symbol used in writing to separate parts of a sentence. So we have a full sentence and certain clauses, we have to separate them using a comma. It shows a slight pause or to separate the single things in a list. We use a comma to separate items in a list. We have examples here. Number one, Ali bought some apples, grapes, and pears for his fruit salad. I need colored pencils, papers, scissors, and strong glue for my school project. The second use of the comma is to separate a subordinate clause from a main clause at the start of a sentence. Maybe it's difficult to understand. I will show you through examples. Although he was tired, this is one clause, and we pause, put a comma, Ahmed went to the concert. They'll be coming tonight, we pause, put a comma, although I don't know exactly when. So it's one sentence but separated clauses. Number three, we use a comma to separate a fronted adverbial. We will understand more through the examples. After the football match, we all had dinner in a nearby restaurant. And number two, surprisingly, none of the teams got the highest score in the competition. So whenever you feel like you need to pause, put a comma. Number four, we use a comma to mark out a relative clause, extra information that has been added to the sentence. For example, the students who were in grade 6 won the English competition. My cousin, who is wearing a yellow shirt, plays the piano very well. We're going to summarize what we learned in this episode. We learned how to answer reading comprehension questions very clearly. Number two, how to use a comma appropriately. So thank you for watching. I hope you learned a lot.